Hey everyone, this is Angel from Apex Gaming with a brand new video for Elden Ring. Fellow potato gamers of the world, it is time to unite and defeat the final boss in Elden Ring. I will be showing and talking about both phases in this boss fight, so be aware of spoilers ahead. I have completed this fight 3 times due to multiple issues with my capture card corrupting my files, so I think I have a good idea of what works with my potato playstyle. In this video, I'm going to give you a couple of options so you can work out this fight the way that suits you best. And I'll leave links down in the comments and description of the video to Extra Life's wiki and Map Genie's Elden Ring map that can help you to find whatever you need for this fight. Gear, weapons, talismans, items, you name it. So without further ado, let's start with the gear and talisman recommendations. For the gear, we're focusing on a high holy damage negation build. I'm using here a little bit of a fashion disaster, here focusing on the pieces with the highest holy damage negation that I could find on my 30-hour playthrough of the game, and in my case, the Silver Tear Mask, the Finger Maiden Robe, Banished Knight Gauntlets, and Radagon Grips were the best. I repeat, you probably can find a better set of pieces of gear, but just make sure this gives you a good holy damage negation. We're going to boost this gear selection with some talismans. The Haligdrake Talisman +2 vastly boosts holy damage negation. The Dragoncrest Shield Talisman +2 vastly boosts physical damage negation. And the Greatshield Talisman boosts your guardian ability used in tandem with my very basic Golden Beast Crest Shield, which I prefer because it has no skill and allows me to use the skill of my weapon. As an optional extra layer of protection, I'm using the Lord's Divine Fortification, greatly increasing the holy damage negation for self and allies, and Golden Vow for increased attack and defense for self and allies. All of these together ends up giving a very decent protection during both phases of this fight, and will allow you to suffer less from all the mistakes that you can make. Now let's move on to the offensive side of this build, starting with the weapons. I'm going to give you a variety of options here. The first one, my favorite for the first round, is a fully maxed Morning Star with Royal Knight's Resolve and a Flame Art Affinity, granted by the Red Hot Wet Blade. When used correctly by pairing the skill with jumping or charged attacks, this baby can pack a very powerful punch that can be further enhanced with other talismans like Godfrey's Icon or the Claw Talisman. The second option is the almost fully upgraded Blasphemous Blade, or as I like to call it, the Together Blade. And by the way, thank you to Alpha Senju for bringing this weapon to my attention when he used this during his Elden Ring videos. I had no idea how this worked, so thanks to him. The skill from this weapon is very quick and easy to use and deals a ton of damage in both phases, and can be further enhanced with the Flame Shrouding Cracked Tear. Finally, the weapon that I used through most of my first playthrough was the fully upgraded Bloodhound's Fang. This is just a personal preference. I like this skill a lot as it regularly allows you to dodge and counterattack with a Bloodhound step followed by a heavy attack. As a notable 4th and 5th option on the list of weapons, you can try the Scorpion Stinger or the Rotten Crystal Sword to inflict Scarlet Rot on Radagon during the first phase, which is probably the only status that can affect him, or at least the only one that I could inflict after trying for a while with Poison, Frostbite, and Bleed. And as a very last resort, you can use other items like the Uplifting Aromatic, the Blood Boil Aromatic, or the Exalted Flesh to boost your attack power, but take into consideration that these are crafted items and you may not have all the materials at hand every time, so keep this just as a clutch strategy. Finally, the very last piece of our build for this fight is none other than the famous fully maxed Mimic Tear Spirit Ash. I tried other Spirit Ashes, but none of them worked that well for me, but I still have hopes for Latina the Albinaric to work some way or another if I can successfully solo the first phase, as this Spirit Ash was basically my go-to for every single dragon encounter in the game, and the Elden Beast is, well, just a big shiny poop dragon. But if you're looking for an easy mode, the Mimic Tear is your go-to. Now let's move on to the fight. Before entering the Deafening Portal, I'm popping the Lord's Divine Fortification, then the Golden Vow, And finally, chugging my flask of wondrous physics to enter the battle fully prepped because there's no time to do anything else once you cross that barrier. As the cutscene ends, it is time to summon the Mimic tier and begin with the fight. I usually equip my Bloodhound's Fang, summon the Mimic tier, and then do a quick switcheroo to the Morning Star. This is because the Mimic is very brave but a little bit dumb, and usually works best with the Bloodhound's Fang in both phases. The build will do a great job of helping you to avoid getting crushed by Radagon's attacks, but it will be very helpful for you to get used to avoiding some of his attacks. Probably the most annoying ones are the holy attacks, so remember, if you see him about to hit the ground with his hammer, jump either on your spot or towards him to avoid the shockwave. The rest of his hammer swings are standard hits that can be avoided by dodging or blocking with your Greatshield. Just keep an eye as his health drops around the half of the bar because he will start teleporting all over the place, so be patient and wait for an opening to counterattack. For the second phase, Radagon will transform itself into the Elden Beast. This is the easiest phase, but it's the most annoying one, because there will be a lot of chasing and running around to avoid damage and to try to hit the boss. By the time you start the second phase, you will probably need to use your Incantations again to boost your character and the Mimic to do more damage and prevent extra incoming damage from the holy attacks, which are a lot. The Elden Beast has a variety of these holy attacks, like this Holy Fire Morning Breath that can be avoided in either situation by staying away from the fiery dust that it spreads before igniting. These weird rays that follow you everywhere, just run around and avoid them. This other Holy Grab attack, dodged by rolling away or Bloodhound stepping. The Holy Sword swings, easy to dodge by rolling towards the attacks. And the Holy Ring of Death, when he flies into the air and circles around, easy avoidable by running towards the edge of the playable arena and jumping the golden circles that start to shrink. The good thing about having the Mimic tier is that most of these attacks will usually focus on him, or if they do hit you, the incantations and gear that you have equipped will keep you safe or reduce a lot of the incoming damage. The best opportunities for you to attack are by evading the Elden Beast's standard sword attacks, dodging towards him. He usually does 3 swings followed by a belly flop. Each of these are avoidable and provides for a good opportunity to counterattack. After a few rounds of practice, this will be a very easy fight. So keep an eye on your and the Mimic tier's health, cure yourself as much as you need, and you will crush the Elden Beast in no time so you can finally enjoy the ending of the game. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more AAA gaming guides that I will be uploading later in 2022, or more Elden Ring videos if there is a DLC later on the road. But for now, I hope this was useful, thank you for watching, and keep enjoying the game.